It's just like a stream of consciousness, and I don't want anything that I'm saying to be taken too much to heart. Hey guys, so today I'm kind of feeling sad, and I don't really know why, and I just kind of want to talk, and like just have like kind of like a stream of consciousness kind of thing, and I just want to sit and talk for a little bit. I don't want the video to go too long because honestly, I feel like when I edit videos where I'm talking a lot, it can become pretty tedious because I tend to ramble. So it is gonna be like a stream of consciousness, but at the same time I do want to be mindful of the things I'm saying, so not as to ramble, if that makes any sense. So as you guys know, I moved almost 2 years ago back to California, and I think that like being back in California, I don't know if it's essentially just that or if it's just like the events that have transpired since then. It's just like, you know, like when you have an interview and like sometimes in the interview they kind of they will ask you like, what do you see yourself doing like in 5 years time? And every time I think about that, pretty much like ever since my very first interview, which was when I was, I think, like 18 or 19. No, I think I was 19. Ever since I was 19, I had that, question kind of, I guess you could say, like, bouncing around in my head every once in a while. Maybe even a little bit before that, like, when you're in high school and everyone's kind of making you think about, like, where you want to go to college and what kind of career path you want to take and things like that. So yeah, this idea of a 5 year span of where do you envision yourself to be within that 5 years. I guess ever since I've had my first interview, I always had that in the back of my head. Like, I just feel like it's such a simple question, but it's also very profound in that it is asking you essentially, what direction do you want to go in life? And to tie that back into like me moving, and kind of today feeling kind of sad, is just that I know it's normal to feel like you don't know what direction you want to take in life, and even people who are very methodical and thought out with their plan and really stick to it. I just feel like, for myself at least, that question has never been a realistic question. I guess I think in order for you to feel like you have a direction that you can step into, you have to have a very strong foundation. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I have a very strong support system, a very loving and supportive family, and a loving, supportive partner. But I just feel like there is no way to plan. I guess I just feel like a lot of people have had a leg up in life, um, to where they can feel like they have a direction they can head in and be secure in that um, direction. Um, I think that's why I'm just so sad today, because um, recently I just posted an apartment tour video, which some of you may have seen, and like we're getting more settled in, and like I said, it's gonna be almost 2 years since we've been back in California, and I do appreciate being able to be closer to my family and be able to see my family whenever I want, pretty much just like a few hours away. Um, but it just kind of feels like taking a step back a little bit, um, taking a step backwards. But I think that, I mean, I know that's normal. It's just crazy to me that there are people my age that are having, like, getting married and having kids. Um, Honestly, like, I don't really give a crap, like, about getting married, and like, I just don't think it's realistic to have kids, especially like where I am now in this point in time. It's not so much that I want those things, it's just that I want the security to feel like I'm capable of doing those things, if that makes sense. Because like right now, it just doesn't even feel like an option. Um, it's not that it's not an option, it just wouldn't be responsible, you know? And I just like looking around in like this place that I've been for, almost 2 years, I I feel like I've constantly gone through life feeling like my home isn't my home, because I don't know what's gonna happen next. I don't know when I'm gonna move next. Um, and honestly, like, I feel like almost every room in this house is like, everything has its place for the most part, except for the room that I'm in right now. And I feel like, I don't know if this is just me making it up in my head, um, but honestly, I never finished cleaning it. And I never, like, I know that I can. It's literally, never finish cleaning it, never like really go through all my things and like um sort them out and make sure everything's in its place, because I have this like deep down feeling that like once I once everything has its place, and once I'm actually um like settled and feel comfortable, something bad's gonna happen, or we're gonna have to move again, or I don't know. It's just like, I don't know if I feel alone in that sense, um because I've always obviously embraced change, but I'm getting to the age where like people are settling down and like planting their roots and stuff, and I just feel like that's kind of scary, honestly. And I don't know if I'll ever like get to that point in my life where I feel like I'm gonna be in this place forever. I'm gonna be in this, obviously like things change all the time, but I think it's more scary to think that like one place could be your home for a really long time. I think that's what scares me, and that's what makes me feel kind of sad, is that clutter makes me uncomfortable. Um, Having things in like what I view as excess makes me feel uncomfortable, because it feels like I can't just pick up and leave whenever I want to. And I used to really embrace that of like, oh, I don't have that much stuff and it's cool and it's fine. But like now that I'm getting older, I just like, I want to feel like I don't have to pick up and go. um I don't know if that makes, it's just like a stream of consciousness, and I don't want anything that I'm saying to be taken too much to heart, um because I might feel different in the next hour or in a few days or whatever. But that's just how I've been feeling and what I've been thinking lately. Um, because like like all the time when I spend money on things and I like see the money go from like my savings or like my checkings, and then I set aside some to my savings, but then like that just like goes to bills and goes to, you know, necessities and things like that, or like food, groceries, whatever. I just feel like guilty, like, okay, I need to be spending or like setting aside money for the future. And like, I don't know, I'm just like, I think I'm just like, I'm trying to think of how to phrase it correctly. I think, okay, I think just because of like my upbringing and like how what I've experienced in childhood and like growing up, I understand that money is very important, and I just worry that I'm not making enough money, that I'm not being responsible enough with my money, and I feel kind of guilty for that. Um, and I just also feel guilty because I feel like I have a lot of potential to do pretty much anything that I want to do, but I don't even know what that is. I don't want to just make ends meet, and I want to be able to, I guess, have financial freedom, but I just don't know how to get to that point. And I want to be able to like accomplish many great things in my life, but I also don't know how to do that. But I think at some point in my life, I will watch this video over and just, not be able to recognize the girl that's speaking in the video. You know, I will, at some point in my life, watch this and be like, wow, I had no idea that this was coming, and that I was going to accomplish all these great things. And I don't know, I just have that feeling. Honestly, I think that it's important if you're going to I think it's important to pay tribute to your past self, and you know, recognize your different recognize the different layers of who you are and what it's taken to get to that point. And honestly, that's why I like doing YouTube and having these videos and sometimes doing heart to hearts, because sometimes I do like later I will private the video because I just feel like they're so dramatic and unnecessary. But like, I think it's just helpful for me to be able to vent and document different points in my life. Yeah. I kind of feel better, honestly, after talking a little bit and kind of having a little bit of trying to connect the dots of what's going on in my head. I used to journal a lot, and that would really help me, but for some reason I just can't like sit down and do that lately, so I think this really helped. Okay, well, I don't know, I just want things to like be different, and it's hard because that requires me to like kind of think about where I want to go in life and what I want to do. It's just really hard because you have all these options and you don't know which is the best path to take and what's going to make you happiest. And I don't know. I think that, you know, it's weird because I'm almost 30 years old. I am 27 now, and as much as I've grown as a person and gained confidence and come into my own and learn to be by myself and learn to be a really good partner, I just feel like I'm such a baby, you know? And I don't know if I'll ever like be at a point in my life where I feel like I've got everything figured out. And I think that's okay though, because that means that I I'm continually learning and changing and evolving. So, yeah. I don't know, this is a really long video, and honestly I don't know if I'm gonna do any editing to it. I might just post it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna post it, and you know, if you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't. I hope that you guys are having a good day and everything like that. And I also just hope that, you know, you guys watch this and comment whatever you want to comment, and, you know, we can have a discussion. But just let me know. Um, if not, you know, it's whatever. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go now. Thank you for watching. Okay, bye.